She froze the moment he walked in. 5 long years of deafening silence, and now he was standing right there. Adrian had come back, ready to apologize for breaking her heart, for leaving without a real explanation. But he had absolutely no idea that the secret she'd been guarding for all this time was about to shatter his apology and everything he thought he knew. When Adrian left 5 years ago, his words were a cold, sharp blade. He told Maya he needed space to become a better man. Maya, ever so proud, never begged. She didn't plead or cry. She simply nodded, swallowed the immense pain that threatened to choke her, and let him walk out of her life. The years that followed were a testament to her strength. She painstakingly rebuilt her world, piece by piece, quietly, slowly, relentlessly. She had convinced herself that the scars had faded, that she was finally, truly healed, and then he appeared at her door. The past in flesh and blood, disrupting her carefully constructed peace. He looked different. The arrogance was gone, replaced by a softness around his eyes. He seemed older, carrying the heavy weight of unspoken regret like a cloak. Maya, he began, his voice hesitant. I didn't come here to ask for anything. He paused, his gaze earnest. I came to give you something. He handed her a small, simple envelope. Her fingers trembled as she took it. Inside, she found a handwritten letter. The ink was slightly smudged, the words written with a hand that must have been shaking. It was filled with everything he couldn't say all those years ago. His fears, his crippling insecurities, the overwhelming love he ran away from because he felt so unworthy of it. For the first time in 5 years, Maya felt the familiar burn of tears in her eyes. The walls she had built so high began to crack. But then, as he looked around the room, Adrian's eyes landed on a photo frame sitting on her side table. He reached for it, his movements slow, almost cautious. He picked it up. The picture was of a little boy, maybe 4 years old, with a bright, infectious smile. A smile that was familiar, and then he saw the eyes. They were the exact same eyes Adrian saw staring back at him in the mirror every single morning. The air grew thick. Maya, his voice cracked, the sound fragile and broken. Why? Why didn't you tell me? Maya's heart stumbled in her chest, a chaotic rhythm of fear and relief. She took a deep breath. That, she whispered, her voice barely audible, is the apology you came to give? Not the one you expected. Adrian sank onto the edge of the sofa, his body shaking. Every carefully rehearsed word, every apology he had planned, it all collapsed under the monumental weight of this one undeniable truth. He thought he had come to close a painful chapter of his life. But now, staring at the face of a child he never knew, he realized the chapter had never ended at all. He had simply walked away from the most important part of the story. Just then, the little boy from the photograph wandered into the living room, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. He looked at his mom, then his eyes drifted to the stranger sitting on their couch. 2 versions of the same face, a generation apart, staring at each other across an abyss of lost time. Adrian's breath hitched. He slowly knelt down, bringing himself to the boy's eye level. Do you know who I am? He asked, his voice thick with emotion. The little boy just shrugged, his expression one of pure, innocent curiosity. No, should I? Maya exhaled a breath she felt like she'd been holding for long years. You're the man, she said quietly, her voice steady now, who finally came back at the wrong time. But maybe, just maybe, for the right reason. In that single, life-altering moment, Adrian's apology became completely irrelevant. What mattered now wasn't the past he came to fix, but the future he never knew he had. A future that was staring right back at him with curious, hopeful eyes. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next one.